While it still looks a lot like fall here, it is the 7th of November, so it is definitely time to start talking and start working on those gift knitting things. Although I did plan to work on my gifts all year round this year, and I had a great start, I didn't pull through enough the rest of the year, so I still need to get going right now. There are still more gift projects left than I would have liked. So in this video I thought it would be fun to talk to you about all the gifts that I have finished, or if they need slight adjustments, what I currently have on the needles that are for gifts, so that the gifts I already started. And then also talk about the Christmas project I would like to make for myself, because that I have started some last year and this year already. So let's grab a drink and a snack, because I have a feeling we will be here for a while. That being said, this is your final warning. If you are somebody that has been gifted by me before, please turn off this video. I will show gifts. I will show exactly what I'm planning to make, which yarns I will be using for it. So if you want your gift to be a surprise, please do not watch this video. If you decide to do it anyway, that is on you, but please don't tell me. Act surprised for me. Let me have fun with it. The things I have finished. The first things I finished this year are these 3 bark socks. They are already washed and blocked. This is the 3 bark yarn by Atelier Wool Based combined with cool wool. I made a sweater out of this. I had leftovers. So my mother-in-law really loved this colorway, so I made this pair of socks for her. So that gift is done. Then for my friend, I made a headscarf. I guess you can also wear it as a tiny scarf that are extremely in right now. That would work. But it's a bandana. I envisioned wearing it on your head. This is the Easy Now shawl by Miriam Molenbeek. Normally this is way bigger, but I just did a few repeats and then went on to the picot edging. So that is done. It is washed, blocked, everything. And then I have finished a sweater that I really wanted to gift. However, when I was blocking it, I let it soak for too long in too hot of a water. And with this very dark blue, it bled in. So what I've decided to do now is dye this sweater. We're gonna make it completely dark navy blue. That is the plan. And then this Christmas gift should be done. I do not have the dye yet though, so I need to order that. This will be for my neighbor. But yeah, it still needs a bit of work, but I think the knitting time, is obviously the largest, and that is done. So that is good. And then I have started gifts already. So let's talk about the current festive whips. The current gift whips. I am currently working on the Granny Square twin set by Pro Lana. This is how it is supposed to look. My mom would really like that cardigan, but in only pinks and maybe some reds. So these are all the squares that I've made already. And I bought all the pink cottons. So I should be able to finish this cardigan. these are all the squares I made, and I need to make 15 more and 2 half squares. The 15 squares is gonna be done so fast. I can probably do it in a day. The half squares is the one I'm more anxious about. However, Natalie sent me a descriptive version of how to do it, so that should really help. But I haven't been able to try it yet. Then I need to attach them all and do a neckline as well as a collar, but I don't think that is gonna take too long. So I feel like this project could be done in a weekend, but I'm not sure. Normally I don't really make sweaters or cardigan for people because it's a lot of work and I knit very slow. My crochet is mediocre, I would say, but I knit really slow. So I would love to make everybody sweaters. I just do not have the time. So usually I opt for socks. So I have a few socks on the needles. These socks I've started months ago. These are toe-up socks, and I chose this yarn because it reminded me of the Weasley family. However, I have been stuck here for a while now because I needed a heel pattern. I really wanted a heel flap and gusset, but from toe up. And a lot of people say, yeah, you can just knit it, which fair, you can, but then the flap ends up on the bottom of your feet, while the flap is there to reinforce the back of the heel, which has the most rubbing. So it just doesn't work. The same if you just knit it. So, but I finally now found a pattern that has the look of the heel flap and gusset, and it has it the right way. It works a bit differently. It is a different name. This is the pattern name. And it does have the same space as the heel flap and gusset, which is the most important part for this pair of socks. And then I will make the leg ribbed and make it as long as my yarns allow. And that's why I did it toe up. So this will take me longer than a normal pair. So I am a bit iffy about not being further in, but I really had to wait to be able to buy the pattern. And now I've got it. So I can continue this pair. But because I had to wait and I didn't really had a simple in the round, easy to carry with you project anymore, I'll set up the second pair of gift socks that I plan to do. I planned to do 3, but I changed one of the gift knitting socks for a different gift. I'm still gonna knit it, but it's something different than socks, so we'll talk about that next. This is how far I got. I only did the collar. I set it up this week. And now I am literally in the round. This is cuff down, because this is a larger pair of socks, and as much as I would love to make a ribbed pair for that person too, I do not have the time in that size right now. I started too late, I'm sorry. But I did put the Christmas needle stoppers on there just to get in the spirit already. I felt like that was fun. This is also an Atelier wool based yarn, and it felt fitting for this person. Oh, so far almost everything has been with the. So this is Atelier wool based yarn. These socks were. The blue stripes in this sweater is also based socks yarn. So I had a lot of stash from the dyer because I love a lot of their colors, so I tend to purchase them when I see them, and I got a sock subscription there once. So I'm still working on the last case of that, and I got a lot of boxes, like their Valentine boxes and stuff, because they're just always so pretty. But it comes to use now, you see. So this is the second pair of socks that I will be knitting as Christmas gift. And then the one pair of socks that I swapped out is, I swapped it out for a water bottle cover. One of you guys on the Discord really made me want to do this. I saw they had knitted a water bottle cover and it looked so cute, and I know that one of the recipients that I wanted to knit socks for do like knitted socks. She's also the one that is getting the striped sweater that is not gonna be striped anymore. But it is also her birthday, and she is currently struggling with a lot of health issues. I am a bit nervous to dye the sweater right now. I do think she could use it. I'm too nervous. So I decided to knit a hot water bottle cover because she does use the hot water bottle a lot, and it is one with rib cables. It looks super cute. It is just knit in squares sewn together, so you tie it on with a ribbon. It looks super cute, but it also makes it very, very easy to get the hot water bottle out. And it's the cable hot water bottle cover pattern. I will link it down below because I have it printed here, but I can't see the designer. But it was free on Ravelry. And I did buy the yarn for it. It's Landless Soft Tweed 90. It is very natural looking, but it's kind of tweedy yarn. It's very rustic yarn, but still soft. She really likes rustic, Nordic, down to earth things. So I think it's an off-white cabled water bottle cover is up her street. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna knit her. Her birthday is halfway November. So this is the first thing I should knit. Realistically. All the patterns I've talked about today, I will link down below. So that is 4 gifts I still really want to make. Honestly, I would like to make another pair of socks for another friend, as well as a hat for my father-in-law, but I just don't think I can do it. If I end up having leftover time, that is what I will cast on, but I'm afraid it is not gonna happen. So let's move on to Christmas project for myself. I have 2 projects left from last year that I would like to continue with. And then I did one this year for Halloween that also works perfectly for Christmas, so I'm keeping it in. First up, last year I started a doodle sweater. It is all crunched up. This is the candies. The problem is most of it I did on the wrong needle, and I just have to rip it back because that is just not gonna work for color work. I already knit my color work tight. It is already tight because I catch my floats so often, which I now know because I've knitted doodle socks now. That is not helpful with my tension for me. I don't know why. So I have to get this all out except for the collar. Then do everything again. But I really want this Christmas sweater for myself. It is Mrs. Claus bakery theme. I am very excited about it. But now seeing this, I love this color for the color, but I don't think it matches as much with the rest, and I don't have a lot of this, so I think I'm going to use a different color for the color too, and then just get this back in my advent, my Hocus Pocus advent that it was in earlier, and then knit something else with it. So that is the first project. I basically have to redo it, but I'm super excited about that sweater. I really want it, and there are so many doodle sweaters that I want to make, but this is the one I have the yarn for because I already started it, so I would like to make this one first. But this is obviously not gonna be fun to do in May, so I would like to get it done now. If I can, I will prioritize gift knitting. Another project I started last year that I am super excited about because I have been craving making a blanket. And I have started the Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose. I am 2 squares in. And I am making this with leftover Christmas sock yarns from now. They're all from Hobby, but it could be anything. And then Royal Zeeman, because that is what I had. So I'm holding the sock yarn double, and it is a DK weight. However, I only had 3 different Christmas leftovers, and the first 4 squares are the most important, and then you build out. So I do still need 1 more Christmas yarn before I can finish the first 4 squares and then use the scraps that I have before I need to buy new ones. However, I'm kind of waiting on a Hobby sale to buy it. I was hoping they would do their sale on Halloween, but they did not. So they usually do 1 big sale a year. It has been on Halloween before, and it has also been on Black Friday before. So I think they're doing it on Black Friday this year. So I will definitely use that sale to get Christmas yarn, and I can continue this blanket then. So I have to wait on it. But I really want a Christmas blanket, and I really want to make a blanket. And there are a lot of things I have envisioned that could, you know, there are more blankets with this pattern that I would like to make. I have more colors that I think would work really well in this pattern. So I just want to have all the 4 basic squares done, then I know them all. Now obviously I forgot those 2, so you know, I want to build a bit on this blanket, and then I probably won't get it done this Christmas, which is fine. I don't mind working on it for another year. I would not mind this being a 5-year project that I only get done with Christmas, but then I know the basics, so I could do it with other colors too. Just because I really want a blanket on my needles all the time. Then we have one final project left. It has been my Halloween project, but it is Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So it is definitely working for Christmas. It is the Sally dress wrap. It is mosaic color work. It is very easy. It goes by really quickly. However, every row I do have to look what I need to do, and then it is easy enough to remember for all the repeats usually. But it is something I need with a knitting book, because I do need the pattern. So this is not a take me everywhere project, and therefore you know, it doesn't go as fast, because I tend to prioritize very easy mindless crafts. And now we have to decide something. I have to decide something. I was going to make this a vlog where I start the Christmas projects, but I already started the socks that I wanted to start, so it feels a bit redundant. And I also feel like this video is long enough. So maybe I'll just post this. And I do start the vlog, but I will start the vlog and then keep updating it, and then when I feel like there is enough footage of me working on gifts, I will post it. And then, you know, we get like maybe 2 working on gifts and Christmas and it vlogs. If that is something that you're interested in, let me know, because I can do it. And I do like to vlog, so it's absolutely fine. But it would be knitting and crochet specific on the projects I've just shown you. Maybe we get to see me packaging some of them, you know. So we get the full Christmas experience, but that is probably it. All the other Christmas stuff will be in different videos. So let me know if that is something you want outside of the usual podcast. It has been a while. I'm sorry. I had a good reason, and I'm about to film a new podcast, so I will tell you about it in that. I'm just not sure which one will be live first, this one or the new podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe if you want to see more chaos from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!